Hey, what's up, Chicago? It's your girl Jpanche here. And right now I am at the Westin Hotel in downtown Chicago getting ready to get the exclusive on Chicago's very own artist, Chicity. He just dropped an EP this past week called Cruel Winter. Kind of a spin-off and play on Kanye West's Cruel Summer. So let's see what all the hype is about. I'm bringing you the exclusivity. Your Jpanche pass has just been granted.
It's a cold, cold world. Tell them it's a cold, cold world. And I don't wanna deal with it no more. I don't wanna deal with it no more. Can I get a new coat for the winter? Can I get some new shoes for the winter? Or maybe a pair of shoes for a nigga to make them hoes come through for a nigga. Cold world, it's a cold world. Cold world, cold world, it's a cold world. Cold world, motherfucker, it's a cruel winter.
Hey, what's up, Chicago? It's your girl Jpanche here with Jpanche Entertainment, of course, and I am sitting with the one and only Chi-Town's very own Chicity. Say what's up, Chi. And he's here to tell us a little bit about his new EP. He released this past Monday called Cruel Winter. First of all, let's get into the name Cruel Winter. Where did that stem from and why?
Cruel Winter came from Kanye, of course. You know, a spin off the Cruel Summer, and it was just, to me, it was a great marketing plan, because watching him and seeing what he did with Cruel Summer, I was like, man, I hope he do drop a Cruel Winter. But when I was watching an interview one day on World Star, he was like, man, I don't know if I'm ever had time to do a Cruel Winter. I was like, man, that's crazy, because that's perfect. You know, everybody waiting on it. Right. And I actually did research online, and the artwork was already done. You know, a lot of fans just made like different covers and everything, so I actually found one that was dope and had it re-edited to kind of fit me more. And I was kind of already working on a project at that time, but I really didn't have a title for anything, so I just cut it down to 11 original records, and I had Cruel Winter.
That's what's up. So what if Kanye does decide to do a Cruel Winter? Do you think it'll be a conflict of interest, or, you know, how would you explain that?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Because even if he do decide to do it, I think that's totally different for what I'm doing. Seeing that he kind of already have a platform, and I'm kind of building one, so I don't think the fans will take it as, oh, I'm trying to steal anything from him. Because.
So tell me about your experience on stage, first time. Like, what was going through your mind? Were you nervous? How did that turn out for you?
Nervous. I'm always nervous right before I go on. So, you know, I kind of sat on the stage like 20 minutes prior before I performed, because like it was a difficulty with the DJ, so I was actually already out there, so that was my time to get all that, okay, what I'm about to do out the way. But once the music actually comes on, sometimes I really don't remember what I do on stage. It's like I have like two different mindsets. Yeah, I have perform and then walk off like, so how was it? Because I don't even remember what I just did. Right. But the crowd loved it. The response was great. You know.
Who in the music industry right now do you admire most? Is there anybody that inspired you to do music, or was it your circumstances as a child that you said, hey, I want to get into this game because I know I can really, you know, inspire and change some things?
Right. I would say I always wanted to do music when I was younger, but I always thought it was something that you did when you was older, you know. So I was always preparing to do music, but as a kid, I was like focused on other things. I used to be on the gymnastics team, and I was just doing everything else. But yeah, but the moment when I seen Bow Wow, the crazy thing is, like I was living in the projects, and at that time I didn't know any like kid rappers at the time, you know. And I remember I was in my room. My sister was like, Sean, come look at this little boy rapping on TV. And it was the first day he premiered Bounce With Me on 106 and Park. And from that day on, that's when I actually started pursuing it as a young kid, because I was like, I don't have to wait till I'm older now, because he's a kid and he's doing it. So then that's when I actually started.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what are your thoughts on Bow Wow now?
He cool. I actually had the chance to meet him during Grammy weekend in LA, so he's a real cool cat. I never had the chance to tell him that story, but he's actually the reason I did. Yeah, the reason I started. And it was crazy because like back then the CDs used to have the address to the record company on that, so I didn't have demo tapes to send them. So I used to write lyrics and send them the lyrics, and Columbia actually responded to one of them, and they sent me back, and they was like, man, your lyrics is dope for your age, send us a demo tape. Okay, so you're in Chicago. There are so many other Chicago artists right now. What do you think of the Spenzo, the Chief Keef? What are your thoughts on them and their music right now? Do you compare? Do you see them as competition, or is it all love? It's all love at the end of the day. I actually don't consider anyone competition. And the reason why is because I don't focus on one particular thing in this career. When you only focus on one particular thing, then you're kind of focused on who's doing something similar to you and how can you outdo them. But if you look at cats like MGK and Chance the Rapper, it's like they have their own fan base.
Yeah.
So who are they competing with? Like no one. They just cater to the people who love their music and are able to tour the world and make a nice amount of money from it. So I'm more so centered at that in those type of lanes. So cats like Spanzo and Chief, to me, it's like they did what they were supposed to do, and they got to where they need to be.
So, how would you describe yourself in 3 words as an artist?
The best. Say nah. Great, great, intelligent, and fun.
Now, does great, intelligent, and fun translate in your music, or are you just describing yourself as a person?
Actually both, because I am my music. When someone hears my music, the end result is like they want to go to a concert and see who you are. So when people meet me, I think they enjoy my music even more because I'm not someone who's just like, oh, I know I'm the shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I treat people. It's like, nah, they be surprised when they actually hear my music and they be like, that's you, and they hear no idea, because regardless of what I do or who I get to hang around and know, it's like, to me, it's just, that comes with the work, so it's no reason to treat anyone different just because I'm at this level or I'm getting to do this and that, and then not. So when I say I'm great and intelligent and fun, it's like, that's what you get through my music. So when you meet me, it's like, damn, that is him.
So, with all of the success you have gained so far as Chicity the artist, what do we have to look forward to in the future with you?
A lot more of everything. A lot more music, a lot more shows, videos, and a lot more joint ventures and different business plans. Like I said, I kind of dabble in a lot of different things. I'm a songwriter as well. I've written records for B.O.B., Diggy Simmons, Trey, Kevin, and quite a few other people.
What about JJ Fish?
Nah.
But anyway, so who are you looking forward to collabing with on some projects? Do you have anybody in mind, or?
Off the top, not right now.
Oh, really?
Nah, not right now. Really just more so focused on my music and really getting on the road and kind of, the fan base I do have, just start putting them all in one spot and really just jumping to touring and just
That was another question I wanted to ask you. How would you describe your fan base? Because I know you mentioned Chance the Rapper has his own, Kid Cudi has his own, ASAP Mob has their own. How would you describe Chi-City's fan base?
It's kind of everywhere right now. I'm in the process of where usually when an artist has a fan base, their fans is kind of all over, and you bring them together, but a lot of them jump on tours with a lot of major artists or an artist that's a little bit above them to kind of hit them spots and kind of can target who they fans is in those areas, so the next time they come and they do like their own promo tours, they know exactly how many fans they have in these particular areas. So that's what we're kind of going through now, is just sitting in a lot of different places, and just really finding out who's following me in those different towns and networking, connecting with the promoters and planning on, the events now. So I would say they're everywhere, but they love the music. They love the sense that I actually stick to what I love doing versus trying to compete with everyone else, So as long as, and the crazy thing about it, I'm open to my fans to the point where I have it to where they can hit me up at any time and they kind of critique the type of music I do, Wow. So I got a cat in L.A. he's been a fan from day one, and I always give them the music first. I always give my fans the music first, and they hit me up like, man, that record's dope, man. I wish you could have did this a little bit more. And I listen to them because at the end of the day, an artist is made by the people. When they decide if we're hot or not, so why not listen to them?
They can make or break it. For sure.
Yeah.
So one last question for you. What is your ultimate goal? What is the height of your success that you want to reach in the music industry as Chi-City?
As Chicity, really just the make my mark as a great, inspiration, innovative artist, and go beyond that. You know, music is just the start. You know, my mind just don't stop at music, so it's kind of hard to say what I want to accomplish at Shy City as much as I possibly can. You know, I can't. It don't stop.
So you're open.
Man, I'm way open. You know, I see the world, so it's kind of hard to say exactly what I want to accomplish. Everything I possibly can.
That's awesome. Well, I think people all over can appreciate that. Here we are with Shy City. I'm your girl, Jpanche. Shy City, tell them where they can download the EP, where they can follow you on the Instagram, Twitter. Let them know.
You can download the mixtape at iamshycity.com as well as live mixtapes. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at iamshycity. That's IAMCHICITY. And the YouTube is Who is Shy City.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me. It's been a pleasure. I'm your girl, Jpanche with Jpanche Entertainment. Deuces.
Started with a dream and a dollar, and that dream had a theme for Rihanna. Took Rihanna, then I traded for Madonna. Prove when I gon' fuck up your whole summer. Just started